Hey now, you're a math star, get your game on, go count. Hey now, you're a math star, get your game on, go add. When all that counting is done, we'll be adding sums. How are you today, math stars? So we've been working really hard this module, adding and taking away, and you've done a really good job of representing and crossing out yesterday, crossing out to solve subtraction problems. Today, we're going to really focus on writing equations. Okay, let's get started. We're on module 11, lesson 5. I can write an addition equation to model a problem. That's what we're doing. We're writing addition problems. So let's look at this picture. You're on page 287, 287. All right. Tell an addition word problem about the children in this picture. Write an equation to model the problem. Explain what each number represents. Okay, so we're going to look at this. It looks to me like there's two different groups in this, right? So let's look. Here's my story. Maybe you'd come up with a different story. There were 4 kids that went on a hike, and 3 more joined them. How many are on the hike altogether? So looking at that story, we need to come up with numbers and write them in the equation. So how many were there to start? There were 4. And 3 more joined them. So we're plus addition because we're not taking away, we're adding to. So 1, 2, 3 joined them. How many are there all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So that's the equation I came up with. It matches my story. Did you see that? My story was there were 4 children and 3 more joined them. Does that story match this picture? 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 3 equals 7. It does match. Now, what does each number represent? Well, what do you mean? I don't know. They represent what? Well, this number 4 represents how many children there were to start our first group. This represents one of the groups. Plus, how many did we add to the hike? How many joined them? That's what this number represents. It represents this group. And this is our answer. And it represents how many we have all together. That's what those numbers represent. Okay, so you're going to have to explain what some of these numbers represent. All right, here's a story. Listen. You're going to have to write the equation, okay? There were 2 birds sitting in a tree. 2 birds. 5 more joined them. They flew in and joined them. How many birds are in the tree now? All right. Well, did you hear those numbers? Remember, in stories, we're listening for numbers. So there were 2 birds in the tree. So what's my first number going to be? There were 2 birds in the tree. And how many joined them? Because they joined them, we're doing addition. 5 flew in to join them. How many are there now? We do the equal sign. How many are there all together? I'm not going to write it. I want you to count. Write that answer right there. All right. The 2 represents how many birds we had at the beginning. The 5 represents how many added, how many joined them. And then the answer is all of them together. All right. Think of a group of animals. I don't see anything in this picture. You're going to have to come up with the story all on your own. But that's okay because you are creative math stars. Think of a group of animals and more animals joining them. Tell an addition word problem about adding to a group using numbers within 10. Remember, when we say using numbers within 10, we're not adding like 30 birds plus 40 more came, right? We're going to use smaller numbers. Use drawings to represent and solve the problem. Write an equation to model the problem, and then explain what each number represents. That's a whole lot, Math Wizard. I can't remember all that. All right, well, first, think of a story. think of a story. Here's my story. There were 4 green bears. Let me do it this way. There were 4 green bears. All right? 4 green bears. And 4 more bears joined them. 4 bears and 4 more joined them. How would I represent that in a picture? And how would I represent it with an equation? Now, your story can be different than mine. Okay, your story does not need to be my story. There were 4 bears. And 4 more joined them. How would I represent that in an equation? You get to make your own story though. You can pause this while you do that. All right, on your own. All right, listen to the word problem. There are 5 swans swimming in a lake. 5. 3 swans come to join them. How many swans are in the lake now? You can draw a picture to represent, but you need to really make an equation. So 5 swans swimming, 3 more join. How many swans are in the lake now? All right, it's on your own. Pause this while you write the equation. All right, here's a new story. The science club is watching the stars one night. Jada has 4 blankets to share. How many? 4 blankets to share. Sasha brings 6 more. How many blankets are there now? Pause this while you do it. All right. Use drawings to represent and solve the problem. Write the equation to model the problem. Explain what each number represents. Well, where are the numbers? Guess what? You're going to tell the story. Tell an addition problem about adding to a group using numbers within 10. Okay, you're going to use pictures. So your story is going to match your pictures, is going to match your equation, and then have your homeschool parent check it out. Awesome job today, Math Stars. I will see you tomorrow.